I went to sleep early tonight rather, and I just woke up. I just woke up, and earlier I had seen where he had before I went to sleep. I had seen where he pardoned 1,500 Jan 6 criminals, which I was already upset about that. And to be honest, I feel if I was a Capitol Police officer, knowing that he just free criminals who attack police officers and beat police officers and police officers suffered major injuries from that day, I would resign. What's up, Alpha? I would resign. I would totally resign because that right there was a smack in the face of every Capitol Police officer when he did that. There was no trying to figure out who committed non-criminal who committed non-violent crimes and who committed violent crimes. It's just a broad pardon for 1,500 people. That was smack in the face already. But so I just woke up and I was looking at YouTube, surfing through YouTube, and I came across the executive order he did to do away with birthright citizenship. And I'm like, hold on. This guy just tried to get rid of a constitutional right in this country with an executive order. Just imagine if a Democrat tried to do away with the Second Amendment through executive order. What would happen in this country? These people would lose their freaking minds. See, this is the problem with people. See, when it comes to the First Amendment and the Second Amendment, Trump supporters are all in. You can't touch that. But these people fail to realize birthright citizenship is a constitutional right. You cannot do away with that. Now, I already know the courts are not going to go for it. The court's going to shut that down already. But just the fact that he tried to do it is ridiculous. Nah, Alpha, Alpha, there's no way, man. Look, the court's going to shut that down. You cannot you cannot do away with a constitutional right just with an executive order. I don't care how powerful the president position is, but when it comes to constitutional rights, you cannot do executive orders. And that's just a common sense. That's just common sense. uh that's just common sense, you know. But I I sit back and I'm watching these people, man, and I'm reading some comments under some of the what's up, Robzilla? I'm reading some of the comments under this video what I was watching about the birthright citizenship situation, and these people are actually cheering this crap on. This is a constitutional right. Do these people understand? This is a constitutional right. You have to go through Congress to change the Constitution in order to do that. What's up, Dookie? Hey, Dookie, stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. You know, Trump pardoned his father-in-law. I mean, it's no, one of his in-laws also, Jared Kushner father. So stop it. Not only pardoned him, Dookie, he gave him a position in his cabinet, not his cabinet, but in his administration. So stop it. So just stop it. And when it comes to Fauci, I wasn't down with the pardon of Fauci because Fauci didn't do anything. And the reason why I wasn't down for it because I know people like you, Fauci, what I know people like you, Dookie, was gonna take that and run with it. So that's why I was down. I wasn't down with that because I know he didn't do anything, so he should have never gotten a pardon. Because the only thing by giving him a pardon, people like you gonna say, "Oh, he must have did something wrong," because Joe Biden just pardoned him. That's exactly the main reason why I didn't want him to be pardoned. But like I said, What if a Democrat decided that he'll take a pen and do away with the Second Amendment? Y'all be having a shit fit right about now. So come on, stop it, guys. Y'all know damn well that wasn't right. So stop it. Ain't no way you gonna tell me you gonna equate anything that Biden did to what Trump just did. So y'all can hang that up. Come on, man. Stop it. Let's be real. Let's really have a real conversation here. Not a bullshit conversation. Let's have a real conversation. And y'all sit here and defend all these pardons that Trump just did for these Jan 6 criminals. Come on, man. Stop it. But also, well, that goes against the narrative that those people really didn't do anything. All right. What is the real conversation? If you don't know the real conversation, Aaron, I can't tell you, brother. I just told you what the real conversation is. You're right about that, Dookie. You're right. You cannot have a real conversation with a brainwashed person. You most definitely right about that, Dookie. Anybody who can sit anyone who can sit here and agree with Donald Trump trying to do away with a constitutional right is a brainwashed individual. Anyone who can sit here and agree with Donald Trump pardoning people who committed acts against cops on January 6th, who actually tried to overturn or stop the certification of a democracy democracy. Yeah, you're right. You're brainwashed. Yeah, Alfred might have did that originally, but originally you might be right. But enshrined into the Constitution. So no matter how you try to spin it, it's in the Constitution. So there is no spin. There is no way you can spin this, Alpha. Come on, man. Y'all think I'm brainwashed? Are you serious? uh, well, Alpha, honestly, Alpha, I already know what the court's going to say. The court's going to shoot that shit down. The court's going to shoot it down. What you mean define citizenship? It's easy. Anyone who's born on American soil outside of a diplomat is an American citizen. That's the definition of citizenship. Come on, man. Y'all really stretching this, man. Y'all brothers are more intelligent than what y'all are presenting right now. Y'all know y'all more intelligent than this. Y'all know that shit ain't right. What's up, Super Jim? Y'all know that shit is not right. And then these people so-called back to blue, but at the same time, they just shitted on the blue. But they back to blue. Come on, man. Y'all really trying to defend the undefensible. You can't defend this shit. And y'all know better. Y'all just don't want to hear the truth. Y'all don't want to hear the truth because Trump is trying to be a dictator in chief at this point in time. In which he did say he was going to try to be dictator in chief. So I get it. That's not in the Constitution. That's not what the Constitution says, Alpha. That's not what the Constitution says, Alpha. So that's not what the Constitution says. Right, yes, me. A diplomat does not qualify if a diplomat have a child in this country, they are the only one. They're the only one who's not under that rule where their kid is going to be a citizen. Only diplomats, because in the way the amendment is written, if they are under the jurisdiction of American laws, they are citizens. They are citizens, not citizens. I'm sorry. The person that is born is a citizen, no matter what their status is. Thank God for dictator Trump. All right, it's me. Hey, it's me. Did you see how that crypto crash? The last time, and it was every time that goes. I think it been before the court twice, and every time it goes in front of the courts, it is upheld. No, it crashed yesterday, I believe. When Trump announced his Bitcoin, his new Bitcoin, it crashed. And we were just talking about that Sunday, remember? Matter of fact, Sunday is when it happened. Right. And the courts upheld it. And the courts is going to uphold it again, Alpha. Because you cannot change the Constitution with an executive order. That's point blank. You can't do it. If it was that easy to change the Constitution, you realize the Democrats would have got rid of the Second Amendment by now. Yeah, that meme coin, yeah. That's the one that crashed it. I'm gonna look it up again, Alpha, because before I started this live, I had just seen a news article where it said it had been through the courts twice already, but I don't know the exact time frame. I'm gonna look it up when I end this live, and I'll tell you later on. But I know they said it's been through courts twice already, and both times the courts upheld the 14th Amendment. All right, I'm gonna look it up. Most definitely gonna look it up. But I'm just telling you, this is enshrined into the Constitution, and there is no way you can tell me that going to stand. It's not going to stand. It's not. It would not stand. Nah, it's me. Roe versus Wade wasn't constitutional. It wasn't enshrined in the Constitution. That wasn't part of the Constitution. Yes, interpretation matters, and that's why I'm telling you. Look at read it completely. Read that completely, Alpha. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just because you hear Just because you're here illegally, but you're still under the jurisdiction of the United States, though. And that's the key part of it. Under the jurisdiction of the United States. So that means basically you might have broke the law to be here, but still you are here and you subject to the laws of the United States. Well, you gotta understand also, Alpha, Barrett and and damn, the Chief Justice Roberts, Barrett and Roberts, they've been voting with the Democrats lately. So just because they're conservative, I'm guarantee you that's not going to get past that's not going to get past the Supreme Court. It was not a rule on constitution. It was not ruled unconstitutional until the it was ruled unconstitutional, but it still wasn't part of the Constitution though. Anything that's part of the Constitution has to be changed through Congress. Just because it's ruled unconstitutional doesn't mean that it was part of the Constitution. This right here we talking about is part of the Constitution itself, the 14th Amendment. But like I said, I know y'all are Trumpsters, and I respect y'all opinion, guys. But Donald Trump is dangerous for America. It's very dangerous. Like I said, when you think you can take a pen and just erase part of the Constitution with a pen, that's a problem. Right? You need 2/3 of the states to change the Constitution. Right? Well, well, Alpha. The thing about that is though, the interpretation is very clear. And the part that really sticks out the most is under the jurisdiction of the American laws. Basically, what it is. Even if you're illegal, you're still under the jurisdiction of the American laws still. Well, I'm telling you, Alpha, within the next month, you're going to see this case in front of a court, and that court is going to knock that down. Guaranteed. You're going to knock it down. It's going to knock it down. Well, see, that's the part. It's being people get caught up on the part where they're not citizens, but that's not the way it's written in the Constitution. It's only written to the point where if you're under the jurisdiction of the American laws, then if you have a baby on this land in this land, you are a citizen. Right. It doesn't state. That's right. It doesn't state that it applies, and it doesn't state that it don't applies. Right. And your child, if you're in the Philippines, it's me, and you have a child in the Philippines, your child have the right to be an a citizen of the United States of America. Well, Alpha, like I said, man, we're gonna see. Even though, honestly, I'm not even worried about the courts upholding that executive order because I know the courts are gonna knock it down. I'm not even worried about it. But I just think it's very bold of Donald Trump to think that he can change the Constitution with the swipe of a pen. You just said said it doesn't, or doesn't it apply to parents of illegal? It's apply. All right, let me slow down a little bit, Alpha. It applies to everyone except for diplomats. And the reason why it doesn't apply to diplomats, because diplomats are not under the jurisdiction of the United States government. But everybody, even legal immigrants, are under the jurisdiction of the United States government when they come into this country illegally. They're still under the jurisdiction of the government, the laws of this country. So if they have a child here, that child is under the jurisdiction of the United States government. That will make them a citizen, a citizen. It doesn't use those exact words, but it use under the jurisdiction of the United States government. I think something like that. Jurisdiction is the key word. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. It's me very interesting. But like I said, Alpha, I'm gonna do more research, which I already know pretty much. But I'm gonna do research with the court cases from the past. 'Cause I think it's two court cases. It's two court cases. I'm gonna do the research on it, and then I get back with you later today when I get home from work. I'm gonna go give me a couple more hours shut off before I have to get up and go to work, man. But I appreciate y'all guys stopping by. Like I said, Alpha, next time we have this conversation, I have more research on the court cases, and we'll talk about it then, my brother. All right. Until next time, it's me, Alpha, Jim, Dookie Badass, and Rob Zilla. Man, y'all have a good night, man. What's that? What's that, Alpha? The Lincoln Riley Act is a bullshit act. I'm gonna tell you the reason why it's a bullshit act. Because basically what they're trying to do is say, if a person is if a immigrant, and it goes for any immigrant, not just illegal immigrants, it goes for any immigrant. If they're not a citizen and you get arrested for anything, they can deport you. You don't have to be convicted. You just have to be arrested and you can be deported. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. A bipartisan bill, honestly, that's still bullshit. Because basically, you don't have the right to defend yourself in court. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're charged with something don't mean you're guilty. Just remember, in America, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But what they're doing is saying, no, if you get arrested, you're done. You don't have to go to court. You're done. That's bullshit. And that's the reason why I don't like that bill. That's bullshit. That's a bullshit bill. Well, like I said though, Alpha, though, it doesn't just go for illegal immigrants. It goes for any immigrant who's not a citizen. If you're not a citizen and you here, let's say you're here on a visa. If you're here on a visa, you fall under that law. So think about that. So just think about that for a second. But we will talk later, though, my brother. We'll talk later about that. Until then, y'all have a good night, man. I'll see y'all later. Salute to y'all.